Hey guys, John V here from Phone Arena. Right now I'm taking a hands-on look at the HTC One Max. It's coming here to the US. No exact time frame, but it's going to be here in time for the holiday season. And as far as global availability, they'll see it sooner, sometime around mid-October. So very close at this time. And I'm just going to quickly show you the device. And basically, if you're familiar, of course, with the HTC One, the flagship for this year, it's essentially a bigger size version, and of course some new features found with it, both the hardware and also software I'll talk about right now. Okay, so here's the HTC One Max, and like I said, it utilizes the same design footprint with the HTC One. So just for a quick comparison, here is the usual 4.7-inch HTC One on the right, and you can see the difference with the HTC One Max. Features a larger screen, 5.9-inch 1080p Super LCD 3 panel. So resolution is 1080 by 1920 pixels. So same thing as the HTC One. And here's the size comparison too with the HTC One Mini, of course, significantly smaller size. But of course, if you love the tablets, but you don't want to carry one, this might be a good medium for you, just because it's still, it's good enough for a smartphone size, but still packs some tablet-like features on board. So one of the great things I like about the handset is that it maintains the HTC One's design footprint. So you're going to get a quality and solid smartphone. It's comprised of the same materials for the most part. You have that brushed aluminum casing, which again gives it that sense of premium element with the device, and also some sturdiness. And when I look at both devices, and you can see just how similar they are, from the chamfered beveled edge to the curved nature of the rear casing. Everything's pretty much intact in here, so it still continues to be a pretty good-looking smartphone, especially for a device of this caliber, something really large. It still has a great amount of sturdiness, and like I said, a very premium-looking and feeling smartphone. So here it is. I'm holding the device in my hand, and of course, it's a wide device naturally for this type of handset. But the nice thing about it, it's still easy. Our fingers able to actually encompass both the left and right sides, so you can get access to anywhere on screen. But of course, if you want to have something up top, if you have smaller hands, it's going to be probably somewhat an issue. But it's more likely that you're going to use it with two hands as opposed to one, of course. Now, as far as the display, it's the same display as before. It's actually Super LCD 3 panel with Gorilla Glass 3, so you have that scratch-proof element with it. It's very sturdy, and 1080p resolution, 5.9 inches. So that's the amazing thing about it. So you get a super sharp-looking display, and of course, with the details, it's pretty good. A lot of sharpness. So if you're browsing the web, checking out photos, watching videos, this is an ideal device, especially for watching those videos. It just really pops with its nice, robust color tones, and of course its strong details. And being Super LCD 3, you can tell right here, pretty nice viewing angles. It doesn't distort, it maintains its clarity. And on top of that, it's going to handle outdoor visibility well than some other display technologies. So they mixed up the sides in terms of the button placements. Instead, now the power button's no longer on top. You still have the IR blaster, so you could use it as universal remote. You still have also a 3.5mm headset jack up there as well. It features its own built-in amplifier, so the quality is going to be pretty good with that. But now the dedicated power button has been placed over to the right side, which is actually a lot more convenient when you think about it. When you're holding the device, it's just right there. And it has a better response than before. I actually like it here. It's flat, but again, like I said, just really springy with its operation. Same thing applies with the volume control here. On the bottom side, you have just your microphone, of course, the micro USB port, charge its internal battery, data connectivity. On the front, you have, of course, two front-firing speakers with HTC boom sound, so you're going to get like that kind of like home theater experience from your smartphone, just because you have left and right channels, which is great. And the volume output with that's going to be pretty nice too. You have your usual set of Android capacitor buttons below the display. Well, up top, you have the speaker, the earpiece grill, you have the light and proximity sensors, and the front-facing camera. Flip it around to the rear, you'll notice something really new here that we haven't seen before. But before I get to that, we have the same ultra-pixel camera from before. So you have the 1080p video recording quality. You have also a pretty good nighttime mode, and you have also an LED flash right there. And it seems like you have a directional microphone. So you see that square thing? It's actually a fingerprint reader for the handset, and actually it's going to be used with the security feature of the device. So when you turn it on, it's different implementation from other devices here. So basically you swipe down like so, it reads your fingerprint and automatically will unlock. Now the cool thing too that they've done here is that instead of just simply unlocking a device, you could actually tell it what to do. You could actually use up to 3 different fingerprints, and from there you could use it to access things like Facebook or launch a specific application or just get to the home screen. So it's powered by a quad-core 1.7 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's running the most up-to-date version of the Sense UI, which is version 5.5 on top of Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. So they made some enhancements. So here at the home screen, of course, you have your typical Android home screens when you swipe over to the right side. But if you go all the way to the left, you have access to additional content for the HTC Blink feed. So now you can filter stuff. You can add different topics, different applications too. Most notable, of course, if you're into Google, you have Google Plus and all that stuff right there. So same, very unique experience, nice design with the UI, of course. Very minimalistic. They don't try and inundate us with a lot of stuff, and it's very useful and practical, of course. As for the performance right here with this pre-production model, I can't really complain just because it's very snappy with the processor in tow. You could tell here, just navigating across the home screen, not a problem at all. If you're going to check out some websites, it's pretty quick with that. And just some other basic operations, it's going to handle. For example, if we go to the gallery here, opening up different stuff, some photos, videos, some multimedia content, it's pretty fast. The last thing I want to talk about is that with the HTC One Max, instead of having a unibody construction, you could actually remove the rear casing. There's actually a latch here towards the left side, and from here you can remove the casing itself. We don't have access to the battery still. That's something you can't take out. But now we have the SIM slot here, and something I find always useful on any high-end smartphone is a micro SD card slot, so you could actually supplement its internal capacity. Out of the box, it's looking like the HTC One Max is going to be packing along 32 gigabytes, and in some markets you might see 16. So as far as the pricing and availability, it's going to be coming out globally towards sometime around mid-October. And as far as the US availability, it's going to be coming out to Verizon and Sprint initially this upcoming holiday season. And we haven't heard yet official pricing, but it's going to be competitive. So I kind of feel like it's going to be around the $300 mark, but we'll learn more about it when it comes out. So this is a quick hands-on look at the HTC One Max, guys. If you want to learn more about it, check out our website, phonearena.com. It's John V. Thanks for watching.